Hello and welcome to 360 Sports on Trust TV. I am Emmanuel Fashimi. It's actually a good one for all Nigerian boxers right there in Dakar, Senegal, where they are having it good, and the quarterfinal bouts are starting precisely today, and we expect good news also coming in from that sport in Dakar, Senegal, where Nigerian boxers, after they rested on Tuesday, and today the quarterfinal bout will be starting, and we have 8 Nigerian boxers who made it through to the quarterfinals in the men and the women's categories. We have the likes of Adesina Zena Moturayo, who defeated Havrena Orella of Burundi in the 5 points in the round of 16 in the women's 54 kg category right there. We have the likes of Oyesiji Adiola Mowumi, who beat Yusuf Zulfa Macho of Tanzania on 5-0 points in the round of 16. That is in the women's 50 kg category. We also have Ojo Nene Joy, who beat Zambia Mango Mary in round of 3 in the women's 57 kg, that is the 37 kg category, to make it through to the quarterfinal. While in the men's category, we have Omole Dolapo Joshua. He defeated a Ghanaian by name Omar Abdul Wahib by unanimous decision in the round of 16 in the men's 57 kg. And the quarterfinal bout will be starting today as we speak. The quarterfinal bout is ongoing in Dakar, Senegal. We have about 8 Nigerians who made it to the quarterfinal, and they are fighting for the Olympics qualifier. That is Paris 2024 Olympics, and the qualifying bout fight is going on in Dakar, Senegal. This is the African boxing qualifying series for all of our boxers, and about 8 of them are in the quarterfinal that is ongoing right now, and we wish the 8 of them to make it safe to the semi-final and then the final and pick the ticket, the Olympic ticket. We know that the last time in Tokyo, Nigeria have no boxer at all. We didn't have any representative in the boxing sport, but this time around, the federation has said they are not going to leave any stone unturned. They are putting everything in place to see that we have our boxers right there in Paris 2024. And to achieve this, they actually opened 2 camps, one in Nigeria and one in London. And to tell you the truth, I think that that smart move is paying off, because we have 8 of them in the quarterfinal, and we are expecting all of the 8 to make it through to the semi-final and then the finals. We need to have our boxers in Paris 2024, and it's a good one that all of them, if you look at it, all the 8 boxers actually gave a good account of themselves. The likes of Moturayo, Oyesiji Adiola Mowumi. Then in the men's category, who Omole Dolapo Joshua, who beat a Ghanaian in a unanimous decision by name Omar Abdul Wahib. And to tell you the truth, all of the boxers are doing pretty well in Dakar, Senegal. That is where the Olympic qualifiers, that is the boxing Olympic qualifiers, is ongoing. And the truth is, when it comes to boxing, Nigeria used to do very well with, if you can remember, we have the likes of Bash Ali of those days. We have our own Fiajagba, who is also making waves in the heavyweight. He was discovered like this. He was in Rio 2016. That is Fiajagba. So we want to have more of Fiajagba. We have Anthony Joshua, though a British Nigerian-born boxer. He's still a Nigerian. We have a lot of them. We have, if you remember, Samuel Peter, who fought with one of the Klitschko brothers. A lot, and right now they are doing themselves proud in Dakar, Senegal. We just want to see the 8 of them make it through to the semi-final and probably straight to the final, and that is what we were praying for all of our boxers, because a lot of work has been put in place to see that we have a good outing in Dakar, Senegal, get the Olympic ticket, qualify to the Olympics proper, and make a name for yourself and make Nigerian proud. That is what it is all about. But eight 8-8-8 it is into the quarterfinal, and the quarterfinals as we speak right now is ongoing in Dakar, Senegal. That is where the Olympic qualifiers for the boxing sports is ongoing, and we wish all of our 8 boxers very well to do well and make it to the final and pick the Olympic ticket. We want to have at least 1, 2, 3, 4, at most 8 of them or 10 thereabout of our boxers in Olympics, where they will be representing Nigeria in different categories. We have the 50 kg category, we have 57, we have the 50, we have 60 kg, we have 75 kg category, a lot of categories, and wherever you fit in, go and show yourself and show your mettle and do what you know how to do in all of those categories. Zainab Moturayo is one of the bright boxers, some of these boxers were discovered at the National Sports Festival that happened in Asaba, Delta State. That was the last National Sports Festival, and very soon we will be having the National Youth Game coming up later this month, and it's another avenue for all of the sporting federation in Nigeria to go out there and scout for talents, get talents, and then get them prepared, because the Olympics is just, we cannot say it's a year anymore, it's just months away from now. It will be happening in Paris 2024, and I have Abba Michael from Plateau State to actually do justice to these. And Abba Michael, boxers are doing well in Senegal, Dakar precisely. That is where the fight is on. The Olympic qualifiers for boxing sport is ongoing, and we have 8 Nigerians who have made it through to the quarterfinal, and the quarterfinal is ongoing as we speak. Okay, when we get him back, he's going to do justice to that and other topics on the show. Okay, let's move on from boxing and let's talk about the NFF. This time around, the NFF cannot cease to be in the news, because at times they are in the news for the very right reason, and at times they are in the news for the very wrong reason. But this time around, after Randy Waldrum came out and said, I'm still the Super Falcons coach, later on, they say his contract has expired, but now we are getting it right now that the NFF president has ordered the technical committee to hold talks with Randy Waldrum, because we have the Olympic qualifiers to play, and you cannot sack a coach when you have a competition at hand or when you have a match to play. So the NFF has ordered the technical committee headed by, we have Austin Ugwevon and the rest of them in that committee, to actually hold talks with Randy Waldrum. Okay, Abba Michael, quickly before you talk on NFF and Randy Waldrum, our boxers, we have 8 boxers in the quarterfinal, and the quarterfinal is ongoing as we speak, because they have Tuesday as their rest day. But as we speak right now, the quarterfinal bout is ongoing, and we have 8 Nigerians in the quarterfinal.
Yes, of course. We have 2 in the male category. We have 2, and then in the female category we have 6. One thing is certain: Nigeria will definitely field boxers in the Olympics. Unfortunately, the last time we had glory in boxing was at the Atlanta Olympics in 1996. In 2016, we had an appearance in the Olympics, but in 2020 Tokyo Olympics, we couldn't even field a boxer. But I'm glad that we are taking the bull by storm, and we are hoping to see our Nigerians, fighting it off as Paris comes calling. Kudos to Coach Anthony and Coach Adura for the job well done. I want to believe that we would have a handful of athletes that will represent us at the forthcoming Paris Olympics.
Yes, a handful of athletes that will represent us. Okay, quickly on the second story before you join, the NFF has ordered the technical committee to hold talks with Randy Waldrum after the expiration of his contract. He was given a 2-year contract to take us to the Nations Cup and then the World Cup, and after that his contract expired a few days back, and now the NFF has come out to order the technical committee to quickly hold talks with Randy Waldrum, because we have the Olympic qualifiers to play. And a lot of persons from some sections of Nigeria have said no, they should sack Randy Waldrum. But the NFF president and his board member has said, oh, okay, no, we will not sack him, but let the technical committee hold talks with Randy Waldrum, and let's see the way forward. What's your pulse about that?
Of course, Randy Waldrum didn't do too badly. I mean, in the last FIFA Women's World Cup, Nigeria was able to face off against a 7th seed Canadian team, a 10th seed Australian team, which we beat, and then, of course, Ireland. So we didn't do badly in regulation time. If you look at the AFCON finish, maybe we didn't live up to expectation. But I tell you what, I believe Waldrum gave a good account of himself. The only challenge is that the offensive side of our players, where the potentials of our offensive players was not tapped to the full or to fullest. I think that was where we got it wrong. If Waldrum's contract will be renewed, then he needs to focus more on how he will get players who will bring out the best in our strikers, especially Azizat Oshuala. I think if we were a little bit more offensive in the scoring, in the finishing, I believe we would have gone further in that World Cup. I mean, look at England that went all the way. They couldn't beat us in regulation time. It tells you that we actually have a solid team. That team just has a little work to do, and that is all. The team will be ready to go. So the renewal of the contract may not be such a bad idea.
Okay, the renewal of the contract may not be such a bad idea, but some sections of Nigerians say no, he's not fit, as in his tactical prowess is in question. He is not the man for the job. But do you think it's a smart move when the NFF president ordered the technical committee to hold talks with Randy Waldrum as soon as possible?
I don't think it's a smart talk. If I were to be in their shoes, I would definitely be in the market hunting for a new coach. I think Waldrum has given his best. He has shown us that he's, to an extent, offensively incapacitated when it comes to finishing. Of course, when it comes to team discipline, he's a very good coach. But when it comes to that finishing, I think we need a coach who is more offensively minded, who that can bring the best out of our strikers. And I don't think, if I'm in that position, I would allow his contract to be renewed.
Okay, you allow the contract to be renewed. Okay, a good one coming in from the NFF, because we have the Olympic qualifiers to play. If we bring in a new coach at this point in time, it's going to actually disorganize and disrupt the team's plan. So let's see what Randy Waldrum will do with the team, get us the Olympic ticket, and let's have, because the last time out, Super Falcons also were not in Tokyo Olympics. We didn't go, but this time around, we want to make it there. Okay, let's leave that story and come down to the continent of Africa, where the NRA Balls, that is our own Nigerian Referee Association president, has cried over the snub of Nigerian referees. Now, this issue is something that has been happening for long. Always, every AFCON, you will not see a Nigerian referee being selected. However, Michael, this is a very disturbing and worrying issue for Nigerian referees. Okay, we lost Abba Michael. Okay.
I'm still online. The officiating has been truly faulty. That's the reason why we've not been. I believe the new technology that the NFF wants to insert, which has to do with the VAR, long way in minimizing the errors normally committed by our referees. I mean, you have 32 referees, 33 assistant referees, 2 for VAR, Egypt, Algeria, Morocco, fielding at least 3 referees, and then even, unfortunately, countries like Burkina Faso, Burundi, Comoros, Mauritius, Mauritania, countries that we are bigger than, are fielding referees for AFCON, and Nigeria cannot field the referee. it shows that our suspect officiating is visible to the blind, and audible to the deaf. I think we need to work on our technology so as to ensure that we are able to show that there is discipline in our officiating. Maybe next AFCON we can be considered.
We have to be disciplined in our officiating, but this is not the first time that Nigerian referees will be overlooked by CAF. What do you think? Do you think the NFF, that is the NFF and NR, should at least maybe speak to CAF and ask them some certain questions? Because at times I feel this action is deliberate.
Yes, it actually looks deliberate at the moment. But when we don't put all hands in deck, that is why we have this type of encounters. In the Nigerian Premier League, you always see referees. Any team that is hosting, the home teams are always winning, maybe except of the last season that just concluded. So it's obvious it's a trust issue. We are here to gain the trust of the refereeing, the CAF refereeing association. We are here to gain their trust. The moment we gain their trust, I believe they'll be fielding Nigerian referees. So we need to just work on our technology and show that once again, all season long, we can have an NPL match where the home team is not always guaranteed victory.
Okay, or they just need to work on the trust issue, work on their officiating on the pitch, put some logistics in place, the technology aspect, make our league viable. Some of these abnormalities in officiating should not be something we'll be witnessing in the league, and with that we can gain the trust of the CAF body that is responsible for selecting referees for CAF competition. Okay, let's leave the NRA and CAF are still on the AFCON after that game between Cameroon and against Burundi. Now the teams for AFCON 2023, which will be played next year in Cote d'Ivoire, has been confirmed. We have all of the teams that are ready for the AFCON 2023 that will be played in 2024. Now we have at the topping the list there, we have Ivory Coast, we have Algeria. Ivory Coast is the host. We have Algeria, we have Angola, we have Burkina Faso, we have Cape Verde, we have Egypt, we have Equatorial Guinea, which in Nigerian group qualified alongside Nigeria. We have Tunisia, we have Mozambique, we have South Africa, we have Senegal, we have Mali, then we have Nigeria, we have Guinea-Bissau, we have Guinea, we have Ghana, we have Morocco, we have Tanzania, Zambia, DR Congo, Mauritania, Gambia, Cameroon, and Namibia. That is the last two teams that join the already qualified teams. That is Cameroon and Namibia. Now, Abba Michael, with teams the lineup have been confirmed after Cameroon and Namibia joined the already qualified teams. If we look at it side by side, Egypt is there. They have won the Nations Cup more than any other team in there. Now, do you fancy the chances of Nigeria lifting the fourth title in Cote d'Ivoire?
Yes, I can only fancy the chances if the NFF can get rid of Jose Peseiro. Yes, we know that we dealt with Sao Tome 6-0, first leg 10-0. But then I think the coach has not been able to figure out the synergy between the midfield and the final third. Our striker Osimhen, who was nominated for Ballon d'Or. We are yet to tap into his full potential by surrounding him with players, that can deliver the goods and make him shine like a million stars. We need to just get rid of Jose Peseiro if we are really going in for a fourth title without politics standing in their way.
Yeah, without politics standing in their way. Now, I've called out the team. Let's have the qualified teams again on the screen as it is. Now, from this lineup, what are your predict your first 5 teams that you think can win the Nations Cup? The first 5. If you are to, out of these 5, one of them will win the Nations Cup.
Yes, of course. Nigeria will always be in my top 5. And then, of course, we have Ivory Coast. And then we have Senegal. We also have, of course, Egypt. the most consistent of all, and of course, the World Cup semi-finalists, Morocco. This will always be my top 5.
This will always be your top 5. Okay, let's look at outsiders that you feel can spring surprises.
Well, for the outsiders that can spring surprises, we are looking at a team like DR Congo. I mean, if you look at their table, I think it's Group E or so. If you look at their table where they are leading, I think they were able to get up to 13 points or so to lead their group. That looks actually like a big surprise. So a team like that, we need to be wary of such teams.
Okay, a team like Mauritania, Gambia, I think these are some of the teams that can pull surprises. Probably they can get to the semi-final, but your top 5, Nigeria, Senegal, Cote d'Ivoire, Egypt, and maybe probably Algeria or Tunisia, I will include those teams. Then maybe Ghana also might have a chance to win the AFCON 2023, but I will fancy Nigeria chances more to win the Nations Cup a record 4 times, because we want to. The last time we won it was in 2013 with the late Stephen Keshi, courtesy of Sunday Umba's Longo against Burkina Faso. So let's see how they will fare with Jose Pizarro, because the Super Eagles have all of the arrays of stars right now. We have the players to do it. We have the quality. We have everything it takes to win the Nations Cup in Cote d'Ivoire. Okay, let's leave the AFCON and go straight to the EPL, where Manchester United have confirmed a new sponsor for their front sponsor, as they are called, the Snapdragon. The name for that will be sponsoring them for this season, 2023-2024 league season. Abba Michael, these are some of the branding we want to see in the MPFL. Now, Manchester United announced a new sponsor just on Tuesday.
Yes, of course. The team viewer sponsorship have finally come to an end. We heard that it was in the range of $50 million that they were paying Man United for the last 2 seasons. But Snapdragon have come with a bigger deal that is looking close to $70 million for a team like Manchester United. And I think it's a good deal, only second to, Fly Emirates sponsorship of a team like Real Madrid. I think Man United, I'm giving it a go for them to take this deal. Of course, we heard that the Glazer family want to also sell off the Manchester United franchise for a record $6 billion, but the Glazer family are being adamant and not ready to release. But then the Snapdragon deal, I think it's a lucrative deal for the Man United franchise.
Yes, it's a lucrative deal for Manchester United franchise. Okay, quick, before we go on the show, we had some results that went down in AFCON qualifiers and the Euro qualifiers. Like, you know, Cameroon has already qualified alongside Namibia. In that game against Burundi, it was 3-0 in favor of Cameroon against Burundi. That game went down in Garoua, Cameroon precisely. And then Norway beat Georgia 2-1. Spain, in 2 games, they scored more than 10 goals. They spanked Cyprus 6-0. Italy were 2-1 over Ukraine, and then we have Malta lost at home to North Macedonia 2-0. Belgium trashed Estonia 5-0 at home. Sweden 1, Austria 3, Israel 1, Belarus 0, Romania 2, Kosovo 0, and then Switzerland defeated Andorra 3-0. And that is where we'll leave it on 360 Sports. Abba Michael, thanks for your insightful analysis on the show.
Yes, you are welcome. I think Odegaard did a great job for Norway last time.
All right, that is it on 360 Sports. I am Emmanuel Fashimi. Thanks for watching.